Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Lewis here from Next Gen Framers, and I just wanted to real quick run over before we get into the start of the job. I want to run over kind of the reason why I am doing the YouTube channel and the reason how I got here. Before, so I'm 20 right now, and I graduated high school almost 3 years ago. So yeah, almost 3 years ago. And before I graduated high school, probably when I was about 13 or 14, I started working on my summer vacations with my dad and on the job site doing construction. And I didn't particularly like it, so I didn't kind of learn a lot. It wasn't something that I was passionate about, so I didn't learn that much. So when I got out of high school, once I graduated, I went off to college. I got a job as a server full time there, and then I went to college during that as well. So I did that for about a year, studied kinesiology, and I was like, this isn't going to make me a lot of money in the long run, and that's kind of what I was looking for at the moment. And I wasn't too passionate about it, so I was like, why am I going to waste my money and my time here? So I left there, and I got a job as a car salesman, and I worked there for probably 3, maybe 4 months, and yeah, it was not fun at all. It was probably the worst job I've ever experienced. And so I left there, and my parents were like, why don't you come do a YouTube channel for us, since we know you don't like doing construction that much. You can kind of film and talk, and you can do that a lot and then work for us, in between your filming. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. I actually kind of like that, and I do enjoy talking. And so I was like, why not? And this will be a chance for me to kind of actually learn kind of what's going on here on the job site, because there's a lot of interesting things. And so I was like, and they were like, why don't we start a YouTube channel? And I was like, let's do it. So we're starting a YouTube channel, and it's kind of just me relearning some of the things and then just learning, because I didn't learn a lot. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't learn a lot at all. So I'm just kind of relearning everything and then learning a bunch of new stuff. And that's kind of what I'm taking you guys along with. I got a lot of questions that need to be answered, and we're going to go over all the ways of how they do things on the job, because there's a lot of things that they do that make them separate them from a lot of other construction businesses. And so it's going to be very interesting, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the videos of the last build, and I think you guys will enjoy this one because it's a lot bigger house, and it's going to be a very interesting build. So let's get right into it, guys.
Alrighty guys, we are getting all these beams put together right now, and we are going to be flying them in. These are going to be going on over the basement. So right now we are building a 4,700 square foot house. It's got a basement, first floor, second floor, and also a full garage. So we need something strong and sturdy to take a lot of the load, a lot of the weight off of it. So we're putting these metal beams in, a couple of them in, and then we'll also be using LVLs for that too. So right now we got Will and Joe putting up the posts that the beams are going to sit on. That way we can fly those in and get those ready. Also, right here in the back and right here, we got the plate material down, and we'll be building some small walls there so we can also set the LVLs, get the rim all on there, and we can get the TJIs in. Right here, we got our HN120 Power Light high pressure concrete nailer. These are absolutely amazing. They're super light, super durable, and they're extremely comfortable as well. We got the nails here that we punch in through the 2x4 into the metal beams. So we glue them. We put the glue on the 2x4 and then we nail it with that pin nailer, and then we're going to be setting those up, and we put the 2x4 on because that's what we're going to set the TJIs on, and that way we have something to screw the TJIs into.
All right, guys, we gotten a lot done. Down here in the basement, we got the front wall all built, and we have the rim is completely on as well. Let's hop up here. Rim completely on. We also got the squash blocks, as you can see. I don't know if I went over the squash blocks on the last build, but the squash blocks are pretty much to take kind of all the, they're for compression. So when we put, there's 2 stories on this, and we do that on uh, we do that on any floor, on any house. Sorry, any house that has a basement in it. We always put squash blocks. They say we don't have to, but we do it anyways. I was talking to Dad, who was saying that we do it anyways, just in case, because you're saying you got to put, like for instance, this house is 2 story. You're gonna put 2 stories of a house down on, a 3/4 inch piece of rim, and gonna be taking all that weight. So we like to put the squash blocks in these pieces of 2x4 all along here. That way they can take some of the weight of the house, and it's not all going onto the rim. So we put our LVLs in as well all around. So right here with these LVLs, right here, this area is where the staircase is going to be going. So we put the LVLs there, and then we got LVLs on the other side as well. I believe that's probably where the staircase to the upstairs is going to be. I'm not sure on that, but I think that's where those are going to be going. But yeah, we like to put the LVLs are a heck of a lot stronger than 2x12s, or really anything else. And besides, we got the metal beams going all around the house. That's so we can, they can carry and distribute the second floor a little better. So we are going to put in TJIs, is where we're putting all along here, going all the way up and down here. Some of them will split, some of them will be all the way through, and we'll be able to get those in. Then we'll be able to put the subfloor on. That way we can get it decked, and then we can start on the first floor. So Get some TJI in there. Pick it up, Dom. We got all the TJI installed here, and we're working on subfloor today. So kind of our system for the subfloor. So you can see Dom and Joe will grab it, and they'll walk it over to where Will and Gabe are, and William's gonna glue it, and then they'll set it on top, and then Gabe will come back making sure it's tight, and then he'll nail it off.
Alright, so here we have the X Factor Advantech flooring that I called the local lumber yard to get for this contractor, because this is a 2-story home and we're looking at it being a long build, and I didn't want the floor to swell up on us because of snow, rain, or anything like that. So I called the local lumber yard, talked to them about it, and they had never heard about it, and I got them in touch with their affiliate in Kansas City. They brought this flooring in for us. I think it's the first time it's ever been used in the city of Topeka. I like it. The high visibility snap lines are really easy to see on it. It's not too slick when you're walking on it when it's wet. We did have ice on it and that kind of got slick, but like any other flooring, it's going to be slick in the winter. So we like it so far. We'll see how it holds up. Everything I've seen through Matt Reisinger, the Perkins Builder Brothers, and they like it, and it seems to hold up. The Advantech glue, we've been using it for 3 years now. We only use that. We don't go to the other products anymore. It sticks really well because I've had to pull one piece off before, and it was everything we could do to get it off of there. Yeah, so really like it. Hope to keep using it. There's a price difference in it, but with this contractor, he doesn't mind the extra cost because he figures in the long run if we did get a bunch of moisture on the deck, the other stuff may have swelled up. The regular Vantech wouldn't have swollen up as much, but he's hoping to stop any swelling at all, and I think this stuff will. So, yeah, hopefully we get to keep using it.
Alrighty, guys, that wraps up week 1 video. We got pretty much the entire basement done. We got the beams set up. We got all the LVL on there, and all the walls that are in the basement that are supposed to be done. We got those all in as well. And we got the TJIs all in, and we finished up with the decking. So it was a very productive week for us. Got a lot done despite the cold. It was not as cold as it's going to be next week. Next week is supposed to be absolutely freezing, and I'm not looking forward to that. We're going to be in front of the heater probably, 50% of the day because of how cold it is. And I'm just hoping it's not too windy, because when you got that freezing cold temperatures and then the wind as well added onto it, it's not fun at all. So not really looking forward to next week, but hopefully next week's video we will be able to go over getting layout done, and we will hopefully have the first floor up, first floor walls up. I'm hoping we'll have those. They're 10-foot walls, so pretty tall, but there's not a lot of them. There's a lot of LVL headers, and so it shouldn't be too difficult, but by the end of next week, we should be able to have those completely, all the walls, the first floor walls up, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that wraps up this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys had any questions or any comments, please let me know. Please also share and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching.